Hi, welcome back for the 5th video of my Dominion tutorial series. I want to talk about trashing cards now. Let's begin with curses. Curses are bad cards. It should be obvious, but a card that does nothing for you and actively hurts your point total at the end of the game is something you would rather not have in your deck. Obviously, there's an exception to pretty much everything I say, ever. When it comes to Dominion, there are some times where you would rather have curses in your deck, but they're rare enough, they're not worth talking about. If you can trash curses and you have curses in your deck, usually you want to do it. So that's pretty much goes without saying. Let's talk about estates now. Estates are bad. I realize that they are worth points. However, they still do absolutely nothing for you. So, when you got a point and removed a bad card from your deck when you trashed a curse, that was good. But even if you lost a point and removed a bad card from your deck, pretty much all the time, that's something that's worth doing. If you take the simplest case in Big Money, Big Money likes to trash estates. If you have a card that trashes only estates and you stick it in your Big Money deck, you're going to get this great tempo boost, and the 3 points that you lose by trashing your estates is going to be worth it, because a lot of times it translates to a 5-3 province advantage, and that's 12 points, which is much more than 3. So estates are bad, and usually you want to get rid of them if you can. Let's talk about coppers. Coppers are bad, and this may sound a little crazy to you, but yes, I'm serious, coppers are bad, and so this may be sort of obvious to some people. However, it wasn't to me. Someone had to tell me that coppers are bad and that I needed to trash them before I realized that coppers are bad and you need to trash them. So why are coppers bad? Well, I mean, yes, they're not as bad as estates, and sometimes, they're worth keeping around, but you start with 7 of them, and they're bad cards. Think of it this way. In the simplest case, you're trying to hit $8 with a hand of 5 cards. And if all 5 of them were coppers, you would hit $5. So the coppers are not really good enough by themselves to buy you provinces. You need better cards than coppers. So coppers in your Big Money deck, while they are not good for you, usually it's not worth it to get rid of them because that requires some resources, but they're still not good for you. You'd rather not have them when you're playing a Big Money deck, and a Big Money deck is one of the more favorable decks to have coppers in. Basically, what I'm saying is these coppers that are in your deck, while they give you money, are not good enough to keep in a lot of decks that you want to play. So if you're like me, when you look at 10 cards on a board of Dominion, you see all of these combinations. You see cards that have synergies with each other, that work well together, but if you just throw them into the same deck, it's going to be hard to line them up, because you only draw 5 cards at the start of your hand, and you start with 10 cards that are not helping you do that, plus whatever junks your opponent is going to be giving you. So getting rid of those cards is going to enhance the synergies that you see and increase the potential of your deck. So there's something that I like to say. It's called thinning is winning, and basically what that means is trashing cards is really good. Trashing all your starting cards, all of the junks. If there's any way you can do it, you pretty much want to do it. There are exceptions, but on the other hand, thinning is winning. And so if I'm ever doubting, if it's a close call, and I think, man, maybe it's not worth it, the thinning's really slow, I can do this really cool thing without thinning. If it's ever close for me, I just say thinning is winning, because it's that good. It really is that good. And so if this is something that seems foreign to you, I really think it's important that you should just try trashing all of your cards and feel what that deck is like. I think you'll find that you win a lot more when you trash your starting cards and any of the bad cards that you don't want in your deck. So I really encourage you to try that, and we'll start doing some other stuff in future videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.